Get me out of here!
Okay, look, I already told you the DA's backed up, but I will see what I can do.
Tracy, I didn't think you'd come.
Well, I wasn't sure I was going to come, but you mentioned Luke. Is he all right? Where is he?
Turkey.
Robert, you want to be more specific? Is he vacationing? Is he on a bender? Is he in trouble of some kind?
Well, he's there handling his situation, and I'm here handling Anna.
And judging from your circumstances, Anna didn't like being handled?
Well, she had me busted for breaking into Lavery's apartment.
Really? A lifetime as a secret agent. You must be slipping.
Well, desperation makes me sloppy. I needed the proof.
Proof of what?
Brace yourself.
But Robert's right. Faison's remains were never found.
Well, didn't he die in an explosion? I mean, there'd be nothing left to find.
Yeah, that man cheated death before.
Yes, but that's no proof that he would...
It's a reminder that I need to keep my eyes open. I've been trained never to overlook any possibility, and I won't.
But Faison was in love with you.
He was obsessed with me. That's completely different.
But if he loved you, wouldn't he have found you by now? Wouldn't he have shown his face by this time?
I don't know, maybe. It's just so unsettling to think that he could be out there somewhere.
Then don't think about it. Stop thinking about it.
It's easier said. I nearly lost everything because of him.
Why don't you go to your room and unpack? And we'll see each other in a little while.
Okay, that's a good idea. Can we not talk about him anymore?
Okay? You can come out now.
This trial may not be the slam dunk that you are envisioning, given that several of the witnesses have died during the interview.
Listen, what the hell is he doing here?
He's my partner.
Yeah, well, he's also Sonny Corinthos' son.
All right. I would not go so far to say, as the detective has a conflict of interest, but it is true that his father, Mr. Corinthos, does have a vendetta against my client.
Well, Diane, please, do you want a grandstand or do you want a deal? I'm on the clock here.
I'm sorry. Deal? What deal?
She wants us to drop all the charges.
What are you... not a chance. We got an airtight case against
Okay,
this
come on,
guy.
I'm a
He's got
petty
3
criminal
counts of
compared to Faison.
kidnapping. Faison? Who's talking about Faison?
He's talking about Faison.
Well, that's great. AJ, would you take this off the internet?
Look at the timestamp, genius. That photo's taken years after his supposed death.
And the tech department can scan the data to their heart's content once we have a deal in writing, gentlemen. Come on. This is a get for this department. This is the kind of arrest and conviction that makes headlines and resets career trajectories. So, do you want AJ Quartermain or do you want Cesar Faison?
Luke said if I called you, you'd help.
Well, that's because Luke thinks he can con me, even secondhand.
Hey, look, I was mortified when I learned that he and Anna had hooked up. I always hoped that she'd do better.
I'm not going to discuss my personal situation with you. If we're going to talk about Luke and Anna, we are going to confine ourselves to the crisis at hand. Now, you have a cigarillo butt and the word of Olivia Falconeri, Port Charles's resident psychic, and that makes you believe, convinced, that Faison walks among us.
You're going to tell me I'm crazy, aren't you?
Luke trusts you. And if you say that Faison is alive, then I say you and I need to find that maniac and stop him before he kills anybody else.
As always, it's a pleasure to see you. I am simply pointing out that the risk you are taking, bringing that woman here...
That woman, excuse me, her name is Anna. And whenever you talk about her, show her a little respect and courtesy. And about my judgment, don't question it. All right?
I trust you implicitly. I am simply pointing out that the situation is perilous. You've gone to a great deal of time and trouble. And Anna's presence here could be your undoing.
Yeah, but Scorpio's interference left me no choice. I have to take a calculated risk to make Anna mine. Okay?
Say the photo's real. It doesn't do any good without location, without a context.
I can provide all that.
Provided we have a deal.
I thought you changed. AJ, isn't that what you told Michael, that you wanted to do right by your family?
I do.
Well, then how can you sit here covering your own ass while that maniac is out on the loose? You tell us what you know about Faison, and it'll help restore your reputation, maybe.
A glossy reputation is not going to do my client any good in Pentonville.
Excuse me. Gentlemen. Kicking a Quartermain loose? The press is going to go nuts.
Look, we have Robert Scorpio downstairs with his own story about Faison. This is all starting to add up.
It's your call. For what it's worth, Faison's a much bigger threat than this guy in here.
I'm sorry to interrupt, gentlemen, but I just want you to know that I'm sure the Justice Department will be happy to give my client immunity and more for a shot at Faison, so it can be their triumph or yours.
Yeah, I can probably find you a judge, and I don't think your bail will be too prohibitive.
I can't even get a hearing right now. The DA's office is so backed up.
Ah, yes, well, with any luck at all, they are working overtime to put my nephew in prison until the end of time.
Do you reckon that they could put that case aside just long enough to get me out of here? Look, every second that she's with Faison, she's in worse danger.
Have you made all necessary preparations?
To the letter. But there is still time to change course. There are other ways to take care.
Hey, Duke. Duke? It's Anna.
Congratulations. You're a free man.
Not yet. So, where's Faison?
Switzerland.
Hey, Duke.
What do we do?
Duke, I tried taking a nap, and I'm kind of jet lagged. I'm a bit wired. Duke?
Hello?
Michael, AJ asked me to call you.
Yeah, how did the meeting go? Did the DA take the deal?
Well, I have very good news for you. Your father has been cleared of all charges.
Officers! Officers, there's a man escaping. He's a felon.
Relax, Tracy. I'm free.
What do you mean you're free?
All charges dropped.
That is not possible. You belong in prison.
I guess the DA found someone they wanted more than me. So I'll see you in the boardroom. Bye.
Any news on my arraignment?
No, but AJ Quartermain backed up your story. Faison is alive, and according to AJ, he's in Switzerland.
Open the door, Duke. Duke.
Anna, it's John. Look, you need to call me right away. I have some information that you need to know. Faison is alive.
Duke?